Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on Farming Simulator 25. So just rejoined the game and I've noticed that the AI helper is still running. So that's interesting, because before, if you left the game and then rejoined at a later date, it would you'd join the game and the help would have stopped and it would have just been parked up. But I've literally just come onto the game here, and as you can see, I've done nothing. I haven't even been on that vehicle at all, and it's still driving. So that's really interesting to see. That's definitely a new feature, because before, like I say, it would have just stopped. But it is still continuing. So that saves a bit of time. I need to mess about setting up the helper again, because it's done it for you. So it does need unloading, so I'm going to have to try and get alongside it and unload. I think the pipe's on the wrong side, so I'll have to start. Hopefully it'll get to the end and I can go down this end. Yeah, it's gone that side, so yeah, we'll get the lorry or truck thing here around this way, and hopefully then we'll be able to unload. You watched the previous episode, the rice that we're harvesting here is going to the production, which is going to turn it into bags of rice, or just basically put the rice into bags. I think is basically what happens. Yeah, the arms on the right side. That's good. So yeah, when we've unloaded, we'll take this to the production, and that'll be increasing its value. I did check in the previous episode, and the raw rice is worth about 3,500 for 1,000 litres, and when it's into bags it's worth about 4,500, so it adds about £1,000 roughly to the value per 1,000 litres, which I think is worthwhile at longer term. We do only have 3 relatively small fields of rice at the moment, so it's not a lot, but we probably will increase that. I'm guessing though a paddy field has to be completely flat, and I can see already that a lot of the fields on this map are not completely flat, so I think we're going to be quite restricted on where we can actually grow the rice. I'm just going to stop the help now and just finish off the last bit on my own. Get that just last little bit unloaded, and this machine can go back to the yard. My main concern is how slow it is, because if we're growing rice further away from the yard, it's going to take a while to travel there without putting it onto some sort of low loader. So I think at least initially we're going to have to focus on just doing the rice around the yard rather than buying any land further away for doing the rice. Obviously other machines are not quite slow. So yeah, this can go back to the yard now, and then we'll take that rice and tip that into the production. Okay, so here we are back at the yard. We'll put this back in the shed that it came out of. This looks like the shed designed for this machine. Spin around and then reverse it back in. Turn the engine off there. Now back to the truck, and we will take this to the production. Go this way round. It's quite a bit quicker, which is good. In fact, top speed is 80 miles an hour. Wow, that's very fast. For a vehicle like this, what's it like in the cab? I haven't looked at the cab yet. So it's just branded as a Lizard. I don't know what the actual brand of this is. I would guess it's something like Isuzu, something Japanese. Looks a bit like that sort of thing. So yeah, our production is over here. We'll get that unloaded and then just check to see how it's getting on. It doesn't look like we have any pallets of rice bags spawned yet, but we did only just start it not that long ago, so I'm not surprised. We'll get that unloaded. Looks like the tipping animation is very similar or the same as the previous game. So let's have a quick look at productions. We're on the it's a preserved food factory. This we've got 5,000, just over 5,000 litres of rice, and it's producing a rice bag. Here we go. It's on 103 litres of 11,000 litres. Okay, so what, you get 11,000 litres on a pallet, is that right? I'm not sure. Rice bag, it says in it, so it's the that one, yeah, there we go, running, that's it. Oh, so 100 litres of rice, I think that is, makes 45 rice bags. Is that, I'm not sure whether that's, I'm reading that right. And there's 105 litres of rice in the bag, I'm not sure. Something like that anyway. Okay, so we'll go and park this up again where we got it from, I think. Just round the corner here. And then I think we need to get some water for our greenhouses so that we can continue to grow the rice, and also there's some mushrooms. Park this up here. And then we're going to need to get a water bowser. So we'll go into the shop menu. There is nothing in the sale for us, so we'll have to go to, where will it be? Possibly animals. It was, I think, in the previous game. Animals, barrels. Probably it. And then, yeah, well, these are exactly the same as in the previous game. I do remember all of these. I'm not sure which is the best one to go for. We don't want to spend too much money on it. Probably that one. How much water we're going to need, really. We'll go with that, I think. We'll buy that. 17,000 though, it's quite expensive really, but yeah, we'll get that. And we'll use the tractor, I suppose. We've only got one tractor, so we'll use that one. Drop the drill off. Lift first. Alright, okay. There we go, so that's dropped off. So we'll head down now to the shop and go and collect our new water bowser. And then we can fill up the mushrooms greenhouses, which is, or mushroom, not greenhouses, but mushroom production building. And then also the greenhouses for the rice as well. The other things we need to do is buy a roller for that field that we drilled in the previous episode. And that will also need spraying for weeds as well. We might also need lime. I've been buying a lime spreader, so yeah, there's quite a lot we need. Got to be careful not to spend too much money though, because it would be nice to buy some more land as well fairly soon, and we want to have enough money for that. Or which field would be best to buy first? That one's ready to harvest. It's like oats or something, that one. We'll head this way for the shop. I think I do remember where to go. It wasn't too long ago that I last played the game, so it's this way, and then yeah, you can see the shop over in the distance there, on the far right. I was hoping to show you one of the AI vehicles overtaking me, because it happened obviously when I wasn't recording last time, so you didn't see it, but hoping that somebody will come up behind me and overtake. It's certainly going a lot faster than they used to. They used to trundle along at about 15-20 miles an hour. Now there is somebody coming. We're doing about at least 30 now, maybe more. Whether they're going to get to me before I get to the shop, which is not far away. There we go, yeah, they're overtaking. So that is a big improvement on the traffic. Rather than getting in my way, I'm now getting in their way. Here we are, we've got our water bowser. I'm not sure where we fill up from. Is there a lake or something that we can fill with water? Or is there a water fill point? I'm not sure. Let's have a look at the bigger map. So yeah, there's water here. Is that the sea or a lake? I don't know. So that'll be that way. Could go there. Unless there is a hill point somewhere else. I don't know at the moment, so I think it's probably safe to go and have a look at this water here, which is to my right, so it must be down this road here, I think. I think overall the graphics do look better. I think maybe the lighting does help. It does make it look a lot more realistic somehow. I think FS25 was a bit more sort of cartoony coloured lighting, I suppose is the best way to describe it. Whereas this is a bit more natural lighting, I suppose. This looks a bit better. So if we turn left here, I think. And the water, whatever it is, on the right hand side. I don't know whether it's going to be a cliff though, or whether we can actually reverse down to it and fill up. It's a bit cliff-like to me. I don't think we're going to get down there. Let's hope there's somewhere along here that we can stop. I'm guessing there must be some sort of beach or somewhere that we can get down to the water. A bit better. Yeah, there's a road down there. So we can head down there. This probably isn't the best way of getting water though. I'm sure there's an easier way, but it's kind of exploring the map at the same time, so I don't mind at the moment. If we regularly have to do this trip, it would be a bit too far, I think. It's quite a tight bend. These water's still quite a long way down, but I think we should be getting nearer. Well, yeah, I'm not going to get down to that. Hopefully somewhere there will be somewhere to fill up with water. That looks good. Let's go in here. I think we should be able to do that. It looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, the water over the rock. Oh wow, look! Even splashes the water, that's good. Yeah, that's you can see the ripples going out. Yeah, that's a big improvement. Like with water. And you can see as well, you can see the wheels and everything, the tyres are wet. And we fill though. I had this problem with the other implement, the seeder that I was trying to fill. Oh no, don't tell me I'm stuck. There we go, yeah, you have to get out and get back in again. Except I don't want to fill it because I'm stuck now. I've reversed too far in and now I'm stuck on the rock. This is when you need super strength, which I don't have at the moment. Oh dear, I think I'm stuck. Going the wrong way. Yes, it's a bit more of a steep drop than I thought. There's a sheer rock cliff face there, so yeah, going a bit too deep. I think if I'd been able to fill up earlier, I wouldn't have done this. I should have jumped out of the tractor and got back in again. So if we drop that, and then yeah, it's not gonna get it back. I don't think. That's annoying. Okay, bear with me. I'll go and recess it, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I'm back again after recessing, and I'm refilling now with water. This time not as deep, and yeah, you have to weirdly get out the tractor and then get back in again to allow it to refill. It's the same problem I had with the seed drill. I'm not sure quite why that is, but I'm guessing it's a bug that's going to get sorted out fairly soon. But yeah, very impressed with the water. Very, very nice looking water, that, compared with what it used to be like. And hopefully without getting stuck, we'll get back on the road and head back to the yard. But yeah, nice to explore the map a bit more. First time I've seen any water so far this series. Although it's very early days, obviously, but it's still nice to see the water. Now, what's this over here? Some sort of old, pergola thing? I don't know what you call them. Let's go and have a look at it. This is the sort of place where you might find a collectible, so if there are collectibles, it might be around here. Well, I don't see anything. That's the only collectibles at the moment. But that doesn't mean there aren't any. Could be something somewhere, but I don't know about it yet. I haven't really looked into the collectible side of things yet. Anyway, back into the tractor, and we will get back to the yard. There is rain on the forecast, so I wouldn't be surprised if it does start raining fairly soon. And of course check the more detailed forecast. So there's a beach there. That would have been easier. But when you don't know the map, you don't really know where the best place is to go. But that's a lot easier than going where I went. Oh, big container ship over there. In the distance, that was two. We're not too far from the yard here, but of course it is down the top of the cliff, or we're down at the bottom of the cliff, so we need to get back up again. It looks like we are rising back up now, and then we can turn left at the top here, which should take us back to the yard. Yeah, we'll turn left here, and then the yard will be up here on the right. It's not too far away. Before we get to the next month, we ideally do need to roll up fields as well. So I have to look at buying some rolls fairly soon. We're already starting to go dark though, sort of. It's 5:20 almost. So yeah, it won't be too long until it starts to go dark. I'm not sure how far this water's going to go. I don't know how much I'm going to need, but if we're going to need a lot more than this, it's a long way to go for water, so I'm hoping there is somewhere nearer to get it. Probably a tap. There might be a tap that you can place. We'll look into that when we need it. I'm just going that way to just have a look at the sites. This tractor's struggling a bit with this tanker on it. It's not even that heavy. I know we're on a bit of an incline, but it's still, yeah, 11 miles an hour. We're back at the yard now, so the question is, do I do the mushrooms or do I do the rice greenhouses first? I think as we're coming to the mushrooms first, it makes sense to do that first. So let's dump water here. I bet it's going to take all of it. And I wonder if this is just going to start production immediately. Oh, it didn't take all. That's good. So is that running now? I wonder. It is running, isn't it? So it's making enoki mushrooms and oyster mushrooms with the water. That's good, and then I'm assuming they're going to spawn here. This is the spawn area, I think. So that'll be an extra product that we can sell. Good to have all these different sources of income. But yeah, we'll drop that Bowser there. think. So we'll keep that running, and then we will get a set of rolls, which are somewhere. Disc arrows, where are rolls? You'd have thought it would be in with the soil cultivation tree, because it's kind of that sort of thing, but yield improvements. Here we go, rollers. So we've got two to choose from. One of them is extortionate, the other one is 46,000, which is still quite expensive, but wow, is that really the smallest? That is quite a lot of money, really. It's quite a wide one as well. Maybe it's not the time to buy it then. Just thinking about that, I think it might be better invested into a sprayer for the weeds, or even a weeder. They're cheaper. Yeah, they're cheaper, and I think removing the weeds would be more beneficial than rolling the field at this stage. As you know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I always do like to roll the fields if I can, but I'm just conscious that I would like to buy some land, and I don't want to spend all the money on a set of rolls, which are only going to increase the yield by 5%. Doesn't really seem worth it at this stage. So I might just go for a small weeder for a start, this one, because I think all the others are a bit too much money to spend, really. That looks fine for what we need at the moment. I think I will upgrade it in the future, but for now, I don't think we need anything bigger at the moment. So let's head off back to the shop, and we'll pick up our new weeder. Here we are back at the shop again, and just picking up our weeder. We'll take this back to the yard. I don't think it can be used though until the weeds have germinated, although I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that actually. It might work. I think in previous games I do remember using the weeder, although it's not very realistic particularly, but you can use it straight away after drilling, and although you can't physically see anything happening, it does stop the weeds from coming through. But I think to play it safe this time, I will wait until September when the weeds have germinated before I remove them with the weeder. And you'll be able to see it actually removing the weeds as well, rather than just seeing nothing happening, even though it probably will work. I don't know for sure. So yeah, we'll just leave this for now once we get back to the yard. Would like to have a look at fields though, I think. It'd be nice to buy a field, preferably with something growing in it already that we can harvest. I would like to try out some of the new crops as well. The peas and the beans, but I don't know whether you can harvest them with a combine. I know the peas, I think, is only for the pea viner at the moment, although in real life you can harvest some peas with the combine. I think I've gone the wrong way, haven't I, as well? I'm not concentrating. Yes, I've overshot my turn and ended up at the town. It looks like, oh, and I've run over a cat. Oh dear. Let's not do that. Turn around and we'll go back where I'm supposed to be going, which is to the yard. Thought things are looking a bit different. Okay, so yeah, the yard, we need to turn left up here. And that mist, wow, it's getting very misty, you know, over there. I don't know yet whether the mist is there all the time, like every day, or is there some days when there's no mist? I don't know. I also heard that possibly to fix this flickering that it keeps doing occasionally, you can sometimes rest and that might fix it or stop it from happening. I haven't tried it yet myself, so we'll have a go at that. See if resting does stop the flickering. Yeah, you can really see the mist there. But yeah, this is the field we're going to be weeding when the weeds come through, so I'll just stop here for now. Get that weeded in September, I think. But first of all, let's have a quick look at fields and see if there is anything we can buy which has a crop in it, which is ready to harvest or nearly ready to harvest. Those, what's that one? It's all new colours. Peas. Like I say, I think you have to leash the pea viner to be able to actually be able to harvest it, but then I don't think we'd make much money. Red beet is not a new crop for the game. It's been in FS25. That one I would say is oats. That's what I think I pointed out before. Yes, it is. So we could buy that one. How much is that? 136,800. So yeah, it's affordable. Not cheap, but it's affordable. So yeah, that one's ready to harvest as well. It might not be in September. Carrots and stuff down here, I think, by the looks of it. What are they? They're parsnips, I believe. Yeah, parsnips down there. Lots of green beans. And I'm not sure whether you can harvest green beans with a combine or not. So that would be interesting if you can. But you probably can't, can you? Because it says green beans, not like ones that you can harvest with a combine. Not combinable beans. So I think maybe field 24 then. Possibly, if we can, as long as it doesn't wither. Oats harvest season is until August, which is this is going to wither. Okay, and it's about to rain as well, so that probably wouldn't be a sensible thing to buy. Really, we want something that we can harvest in September. I was just having a look at the construction menu and just to see if we could find somewhere to fill up with water. I think, if I remember correctly, we can place that one. That is also apparently a water tank that we can fill from. I'm not sure what the difference is. I suppose that one's cheaper but takes up more space. Right, and then the other one is a much smaller item, but it's more expensive to buy. So maybe we should go with the cheaper one and sacrifice a little bit of space. We should be able to place it. But the fill trigger seems to be underneath the tank. As long as you can get to that. So we could place it there. Let's give that a go. It is going dark now. I'll probably move time forward. Should we risk it? I think we'll have a go. Okay, so I've placed that for just over £1,500. That's supplies. It says it supplies water, so we should be able to refill from that. Oh, here's the rain. So I think probably now is a good time to move forward in time. So we'll go to our house. And rest until 8 AM. So let's do that. Then in the morning we can get on with some other things. There we go. Can we go in the house or not? Doesn't look like it. No, it doesn't look like you can go in the house. So the weeds probably have come through by now. Looks like they have. But before we do that, let's get this water sorted out. I want to know if we can refill from that thing I've just placed. We'll go up here. Make sure that the mushroom production is running. still with water. I think it is. And so yeah, can we refill then? We'll empty this into this greenhouse here. Okay. And then see if we can refill. Our water wheel mill thing. I'm a bit concerned that the trigger looks to be underneath the tank. Oh yeah, we can, but it is charging us. That's the downside. So if we go to the sea, it's free, but it takes a while. Whereas this is going to be quite expensive, but at least it's not as far to go at all. I think initially just we'll fill from here, but I may decide to get some from the sea store if we start to run low on money. How much is this actually costing? But it looks to be quite expensive. Yes, almost £2,000 for some water. Yeah, that is quite expensive. Oh, it's not taking any more. Right, so this is the greenhouse for the saplings, for the rice, which we will need in the spring to replant our paddy fields. So I'm assuming that's running now, and it is producing pallets. It is, yes. So, although it's quite expensive, we should make the money back from selling the rice. That's good. Keep that shut. And we take this back to the mushrooms now, and then get the weeding done. We'll leave this in front of the mushroom production. And then get the weeder back on, and we'll see if we can weed this field. Now this is that really low-lying fog again, the mist. It's very dense. Wow. Right, let's get this on. Let's weed this field. We do this on a time lapse, but we might just try setting up the guidance steering, or the GPS, whatever they call it in this game. So if you hold H down, and then steering assist, change the work direction. Which, yeah, it's fine, it's automatic. Then I don't know whether there's a setting to engage it or something. But how you engage it. I was trying to mess with it before. It's 6 meters is the right working width. We'll say OK to that. And then there we go. Yeah, that's it. It's got the lines up. Activated, yeah, that's right. It's working. Maybe it only works because, yeah, this is the headlands. Maybe it only works in a straight line when you're going up and down the field. You can turn the lines off as well, because I won't want these on all the time. I'm learning the system at the moment. That's why I've got them on. What I'll do, I think I'll time-lapse doing this, get the hang of using it hopefully, and then come back to you when it's done. Yeah, so it looks fairly straightforward, I think. You just basically get the machine in line with the centre of the line, which is yellow, and then you press H, or it is H for me on the keyboard anyway, and then that goes green, and then the tractor will follow the line. Although obviously I'm not really in the field at the moment. When I'll just demonstrate it to you, just in case you quite know what I mean. But yeah, so basically I'm lined up with it roughly now, so it's gone yellow, and then if you press H, it goes green, and then the tractor will steer for you. So I'm not doing any steering, I'm not touching the steering wheel now, and it will follow the field around on its own, like that, until you get to the end, and then obviously you have to turn around. But yeah, that's pretty good, so we'll follow like that. I don't know how you turn it off again though. I think if you hold H down, I think that might turn it off. We'll go to the AI. No, it's still there. Oh, I think that's turned it off. There we go. I pressed H again and it turned it off. So yeah, it just takes a bit of learning all these new things, but I'm getting the hang of it, I think. But I'm still bearing in mind I've only been playing the game for about an hour and a half in total, so maybe 2 hours now. We don't have many sheds, I don't think, for machinery, so this is probably going to have to stay outside for now. Although it's not really going to get damaged outside, it's only a weeder. There. I wonder if there's any contracts, because we've kind of run out of jobs in our own fields at the moment. We can't really do much drilling. Most of the drilling is in the spring for the crops that I want to do. But I know these people around here do offer some contracts, I think. So let's have a listen.
First month on the farm behind you, kiddo. How's it going? Nice to hear. Don't forget, farming is a learning process that never ends. You will always learn something new, no matter how long you've been doing it. There are a few things that need to be done around town.
Now help with harvesting.
We have a field of beetroot ready to get harvested. That'll fall into your hands. Do you own the required machines, or do you want to borrow them for a small fee? How do you want to do it?
Well, we don't own anything, so we're certainly going to have to borrow them. I don't know how long a beetroot harvest will take, though. Depends how big the field is. So I need to borrow the machine. Okay, it's just opened the contract immediately. So it's that field there. And I'm assuming they've put the machine at the shop. Yes, they have. So we'll go to the shop. Right, okay, so I might regret doing this. A beetroot contract is going to take a while. We are kind of stuck for other jobs to do at the moment. I was hoping for a sort of combining harvest, because we have our own combine. Yeah. It would probably have been better. This is about the slowest type of harvesting you can do. I suppose we're in September now, so there's not much you can harvest in September, grain-wise, in the game anyway. Certainly in the real world, you do still harvest grain crops in September if the weather, allows. But in the game, it doesn't let you harvest most of the grain crops in September. Head to the field and make a start on it and just see how it goes. But I'm not sure whether we're going to finish this because it's a big job. Usually not worth the effort, I find, with these really slow contracts. The money you get paid for it is about like £1,500 or something for doing many hours of work. It's so misty though. I don't know whether this is going to be always like this or not, but it is seriously misty. Probably see where I'm going. Right, so Okay, where am I going now? It's not that way, is it? Beetroot field is on the left. It must be this one. Here we go. Right, so we need to unfold. And let's probably activate the AI worker on this because I don't fancy doing this myself. Don't get the trailer. I'm assuming you have to have the trailer alongside all the time. Well, yeah, at least it's given us a reasonably good sized trailer. One thing's for sure, we certainly won't be finishing this in today's episode. We'll probably have to continue this in the next episode. But I will make a start and just see how it goes. I know already from past experience in the other games that doing root crop harvesting is exceedingly slow. So this is probably going to be a long-term project that we may span across multiple episodes. Doing it all the time. I'm assuming the helper is working because the percentage of completion has gone up by 1%. Although I'm not sure how big the tank capacity is on that. Ah, the weather's improving. The mist is clearing away. At least it is here. Looks misty over there still. Right. So, where did the helper get to? Oh, it's up there. So it is continuing, that's good. Doesn't have to have a trailer alongside all the time. Although I can't see where it's been. It's taking a very small amount at a time by the looks of it. Oh, it's also going the wrong way around the field. I think the unloading elevator is on the inside. This looks like a good opportunity for another time lapse, so I'll probably get on with this for a bit and hopefully it goes reasonably okay. Yeah, it's lifting up to unload. Of course, got it now back under it because it's maybe if I leave it, it'll continue on its own, and then it'll come to me rather than me having to reverse back to it. I don't know why it's not driving. I'm not blocking its way. Don't know what the capacity is of that harvester, but it's unloaded there, so it's good. So yeah, I'll just follow it around, I think, and unload it when it gets full. Just to show you on the contracts menu, this is the one we've managed to accept somehow. It's 3,394 minus a £800 leasing fee. So it's not quite as bad as I thought, but it's still not great for the amount of work involved. It looks like the helper can continue for a while without having to be unloaded, so I'm not going to just follow it around the field all the time. We're on 6% progress now with it, so it's not going too badly. And these are the other contracts that are available. We can still accept contracts from the main menu rather than going directly to an NPC. So it'd be good to do something which we actually have the equipment for rather than having to lease it, because it does reduce the reward quite a bit. We have got a cultivator. We don't have a rock removal tool though. We don't have a sprayer. We have got a weeder though. Remove small weeds using a hoe, field 46, so we could do that one. And that's, yeah, we should have done this, it's a lot quicker. And 2,300 reward for that one. So yeah, we could accept that one. Well, it's, how far away is that? It looks like completely the other side of the map. Field 46, wasn't it? Yes, this is about as far away as it is possible to go. So maybe not that one. Is the only hoeing contract though, annoyingly. We don't have a fertilizer spreader, cultivator, but again, they're not very near and they're quite big contracts. Were there any combining contracts to do? Are they all root crop jobs? Oh, there's one. Field 42, again, which sounds like it's near the top. Sorghum. Where is field 42? Oh, there it is, yeah. So it's about as far away again as it is possible to go. It's not ideal. Probably not right now. So what we'll probably do, I'll just get the helper unloaded again. I think it'll probably be getting full. So I'll spin around and go back to where it is. Wish I had it going the other way around the field though, because we're constantly driving in the field, which I don't like doing. It won't be so bad when it gets onto the main breeds going up and down. But just doing these headlands, it's a bit annoying. But I think I've probably done quite enough for a video now for today, and then we'll continue with this in the next one. I know we haven't made a lot of progress with it, but I think it'd be better to just continue with it later on in the next episode. So, like I say, I'll just get this unloaded. It didn't stop as well. It's the other annoying thing. It stops when to unload, but I'm sure it could continue. Even when it's unloaded, it just sits there and doesn't move. Yeah. I'll move out of the way of it and then we'll finish the video there. Half where I was before, I think will be out of the way. The good thing is the helper will continue though in the next episode. I won't have to restart it again. As I explained at the start of this episode, it just will continue on its own, which is good. I like that. But we will leave it there for now, I think. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.